Hi folks, welcome back to another version of Lou's Redos. Today it is cold as a nor'easter, it's snowing. What goes better than soup? What I'm doing today is how to make a soup with leftover items. One of the things that I do, let's an example. You're peeling a carrot. Now, most people, that's what most people do. Take this and toss it. No. What I do, hand off.
There you go.
Thank you. What I do in the freezer, I have a couple of bags. These items go in the bag. Now, I've heard it all before, garbage in, garbage out. I understand that. Have you ever had lobster? Catfish? Lobster's a delicacy. Scavenger. You're not putting garbage in there. You're putting fresh vegetables. If you take a piece of celery, what's the norm? In the garbage. No. Not how it works, guys. Same with onion. You take that first layer. There's nothing wrong with this. You could actually eat it. In the bag. You buy a head of broccoli. You cut the florets. What do you do with the stem? Wrong.
Or you give it to the dog.
Wrong. Yeah, wrong answer. Cut it, put it in the bag. I did a clip on asparagus. You saw me snap them. And at that point, I said I saved them. The asparagus tips. Folks, you can make broccoli soup, carrot soup, celery soup, onion soup, spinach soup, mushroom soup, asparagus soup, leek soup, tomato soup. So all those vegetables, if you have, you can make a soup out of. Put them all together. And dump them in the pot.
Now, Dad, I saw you had eggshells in there. What do eggshells do for the soup?
Good point. I actually, when I make eggs, I save the eggshells. The eggshells, because of the calcium, helps clarify the soup. Again, I'm going to get, no we don't. You believe what you want. If you remember growing up and your mother made a chicken soup, there was always a hard-boiled egg in there. She put it in there for a reason.
Remember, there's no rules.
I'll show you later how clear my soup is. I have a lot of vegetables in there. Fresh parsley. The stems are in there. If you're making kale and you're cutting the stem off, put it in the bag, throw it in your soup. The stem is what brings the nutrients to the top of whatever vegetable there is. So you want to save that stuff. So once I got this going, all I'm going to add, very simple, it's about a tablespoon of peppercorns and about 2 tablespoons of salt. Once again, I like the pink salt. That's it. That's all I'm doing till the soup is done. So we're going to give it a little mix. Now, we obviously have a little bit of time left.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to go relax, have a piece of celery, and be back in a couple of minutes. Okay folks, we're back. Soup has been cooking for a couple of hours. Now, if you get a little film on top, just strain it off. This has a bit of a red hue to it because I had some leftover marinara, and I put the marinara in the soup. What we're going to do now is to strain the vegetables out. So,
And the eggshells too.
and, yes, and the eggshells.
Nobody likes a crunchy soup.
Just going to put the veg in there, let it sit for a minute, let it drip. I'm going to continue doing this. Once we get the vegetable out, we're going to strain it one more time, and I'll go through that step with you. So let me finish taking the vegetables out. It's a bit of a process, but believe me, the end result, it's going to be worth it. See you in a few. Sorry folks, my grumpy cup, my daughter bought me these.
That's not coffee in there, folks.
Think she's trying to tell me something? Anyway, sorry
Well,
about
you
that.
should see how many more of those cups you have too.
All right, now the vegetables are out. Here's another thing with the vegetables. Those of us that do tomatoes and basil and peppers in the summertime, you could take this, put it in your dirt, dig a little hole, put the vegetable in. I did it last year. The tomatoes were delicious. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get any other impurities out of the soup. You could use a cheesecloth, you could use a rag. What I do is I have an old coffee filter from an industrial machine, and I lay a paper towel on the bottom of that to get the extra fine. And once the process slows up a little bit, and you can see as I'm pouring, look at the color of the soup. It's absolutely delicious. Let it drip down.
You got the vegetable stock in there, and that's what's going to be the soup.
I'm going to finish straining this. I'll show you the end product, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing for dinner tonight. So give me a couple of minutes and I'll be back. Thank you. Okay, quick trick folks. I actually put this outside so it would chill down. Okay, get some film, cover it. Now what you do is vegetable stock. And you don't have to write on the cover. So you could reuse the cover over and over again. There's nothing written on it. Put it in the freezer. When you're ready, unwrap it, and you're ready to go. You know what's in here. It's simplistic. There's so many different things you could do with the vegetable stock. Put it in an ice cube tray. Excuse me, you're making a dish, you need a little more flavor in there, pop a vegetable stock. Throw it in whatever dish you're making. It's easy, folks, it's just cooking. I hope you enjoyed the soup episode. Stay well, stay safe, happy cooking, like, share, please subscribe so I can keep this going. And any comments, please, are more than welcome. Stay well.